How's it going, guys? And welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're going to be doing more of a more fun to play deck. We did a competitive deck yesterday, so we're going to be doing some GOLGARI graveyard shenanigans today. I call this one Underrealm War. Onto our 3-drops, I have 3 copies of Knight of the Ebon Legion. He's a 1/2. We can activate his ability, and Knight of the Ebon Legion gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch until the end of turn. And then at the beginning of end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Ebon Legion. Onto the 2-drops, I have a full playset of Essence Symbiote. He's a 2/2, and whenever a creature you control mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and you gain 2 life. 1 copy of Fiend Artisan. He's a 1/1. Fiend Artisan gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. And then we can activate his ability, tap, and sacrifice another creature. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. Onto the 3-drops, I have 3 copies of Hypnotic Specter. He's a 2/2 with flying, and whenever Hypnotic Specter deals combat damage to an opponent, that player discards a card at random. 3 copies of Murderous Rider. It's a 2-part card. The adventure side is an instant. It says, Swift End, destroy target creature or planeswalker and you lose 2 life. And then the creature side, he's a 2/3 with lifelink, and when he dies, we put him on the bottom of our library. Onto the 4-drops, I have 2 copies of Dirge Bat. He's a 3/3 with flash and flying. We can pay his mutate cost, and when he mutates, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. 3 copies of Gemrazer. He's a 4/4 with reach and trample. We can pay his mutate ability, and when he mutates, we destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. 3 copies of Migratory Greathorn. He's a 3/4. We can activate his mutate ability, and when he mutates, we can search our library for a basic land card, put it tapped onto the battlefield. 2 copies of Boneyard Lurker. He's a 4/4. We can activate his mutate ability, and whenever this creature mutates, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. 1 copy of Polychronos Unchained. He enters the battlefield with 6 1/1 counters on it. It escapes with 12 1/1 counters on it. If damage would be dealt to Polychronos while it has a 1/1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove that many 1/1 counters from it. We can activate his ability and he fights another target creature, and then we can pay his escape cost later and exile 6 of their cards and return him from our graveyard. 2 copies of Storev Dvarkin Lich. She's a 5/4 with trample, and when Storev Lich deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, return to your hand target creature or planeswalker card in your graveyard that wasn't put there this combat. 1 Auspicious Sterix is a 6/6. We can activate his mutate ability. When he mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times this creature is mutated. Put those permanent cards onto the battlefield. 3 copies of Underrealm Lich. He's a 4/3. If you would draw a card, instead look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put 1 into your hand and the rest into your graveyard, and then we can pay 4 life at any time, and Underrealm Lich gains indestructible until the end of turn, and tap it. And we're splashing white for Nethroi, Apex of Death. He's a 5/5 Death Touch lifelink. We can activate his mutate ability, and when he mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then finally, at the top end, we have 3 copies of Casualties of War. It's a sorcery. We can choose 1 or more between destroying an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, a land, or a planeswalker. So yeah, it's basically a mid-range GOLGARI build. We have some discard and we have some life gain built in there. This helps with our opponent's hand. Casualties of War is our all-around defense, but we do have backups in Dirge Bat, which can also pick off individual creatures or planeswalkers. Gemrazer can help destroy target artifacts and enchantments. Migratory Greathorn helps us ramp. Murderous Rider is extra early game protection, but we can also mutate onto him as well. Biolant can help us come back in the late game. Underrealm Lich helps us filter out our late game draws and fills our graveyard. If we can get a Fiend Artisan out, he can be pretty badass. Knight is early pressure. Polychronos, I only have one copy of him anyway, so we're running Golgari, so I just wanted to throw him in there. Storev. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe I should drop one and put like a questing beast, because the card is just so good, right? So let's drop one Storev and let's add one questing beast. Okay. Our curve is the same. But anyways, yeah, so let's talk about our mana base. I chose 2 plains, 3 swamps, 3 forests, 4 overgrown tombs, 2 Temple of Maladies, 4 woodland cemeteries, 4 Indatha Triomes, and 3 fabled passages. We're rocking the Elspeth's Nightmare sleeve, and we have a 3.6 converted mana cost with 32 creatures, running 25 lands. So let's hop into some games, see how we do. As always, if you're new to the channel, thanks so much for tuning in, and please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Also, feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And also, if you have any friends or family that are interested in Magic, please share the channel with them. And last, thanks for watching. So let's hop into some play here. Artellith. Alright, our opening hand here, we have a 3-lander. We do have all of our colors. We have a Scry. We do have a Fiend Artisan. Hypnotic Specter. I mean, I don't think we can turn this hand down, no? So we'll keep this, definitely. I'm going to lead off with the Temple. Indatha, we definitely need that. Want to be able to ramp into our more costly cards. Some skeleton tribal deck. I feel like if I play something, he's just going to kill it anyways. But I don't want him to kill any of my late game creatures. So let's play this one a little slow. He doesn't have anything too okay, never mind. So this is a Death Baron deck. So zombies, skeletons. Zombies and skeletons. Okay. I don't really want to shock in here, so I'm just gonna play, I think, let's play the Knight of the Ebon Legion to get some removal out of his hand. He might just be full on aggro. And that way we can get some added value for Fiend Artisan. Okay. So you have to destroy a creature to activate this. Okay. He is doing quite a bit of damage though. Barrier Bones putting in the work. Alright, we do get a Fabled Passage, which is nice. I guess we search up a forest here. Here, I mean, either way, we would be sacrificing. We only have one creature, so it'd be a 2/2. We can get back Gutter Bones anyways. Let's just play the Dirge Bat. Splinters, okay. So pretty cool deck. Aggro style deck, uses Barrier of Bones for early defense and surveilling, and then Bone Splitters, I guess, is this early low to the ground curve. Very cool. I mean, I think we're dead, right? Two. So I have to sacrifice him. This could be an instant, this could be a land. I mean, you have to kill everything, right? Because we have to take out Death Baron if we have a chance of surviving. Weird. Okay, so. Destroy target creature, destroy target land. So let's kill him, and let's kill the land. Unfortunately, we were just not fast enough. I cry every time. Alright, let's hop into another one. Alright, so we have a 3-lander here. Once again, I have no early creatures to mutate onto, so I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. So we'll mulligan this. We can drop the Bioland, but this really isn't. This is worse. This is better. We'll keep this. I have to return 2. We don't want to drop the knight. It's gonna have to be one of these guys. I guess the Gemrazer and the Specter, right? Because Specter is something we really want to hit when they have 2 or 3 cards in their hand, not when they have a full hand. Pick up a forest. Do I shock in here? No. We play swamp, we play the knight. Hopefully try and get some pressure out there. Okay. Could be flash, could be mono blue tempo. Starting to look like it. We are overgrown tapped. He's playing creatures with flash, so I don't want him to flash and be able to kill my knight prematurely. We'll wait until at least we can pump him once so we can kill whatever decides to block him. Also gonna have Brazen Borrower. No attacks. I'm sorry, no blocks. So defenses are down. He's tapped out. Is this more of like a aggro build? It seems like it, right? So I think I need to destroy the Brineborn. He's the biggest threat at the moment. And I can't block anyway, so I might as well get in a damage. So this is mono blue tempo. Guess here we search for forest, I guess. So he's coming in next time. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's play our. Guess we play our Murderous Rider. I'm not sure here. So it would appear we need some more life gain in this deck. It's tapped out. Let's migrate onto Murderous Rider. Search up a swamp. This puts us back up at 7. It's not enough. Good game. Okay, so we need more life gain. How can we incorporate life gain? We're playing historic, so we could do Underrealm. Really helps us dig through our deck, but we don't want to cut these too thin, right? So let's cut our specialty stuff like this. And Polychronos, let's get rid of him. Questing. How good is this? Let's get rid of this. Nethroi. We'll keep Nethroi. Can incorporate exploration. He brings us back to our hand, which we can then recast. He brings to the battlefield. Okay. How good is Fiend Artisan here? We don't really want to be sacrificing our stuff, right? Okay. So all we want to do is we want to put in our Wildgrowth Walkers. This is the Explore package. Okay. So I think we can cut one Essence Symbiote. And that gives us three slots for Path of Discovery. So now we're going to try the... So then if we're running the Explore package, do we need the Migratory Greathorn? I mean, it's a good card, right? Yeah, because we want to be able to accelerate. And now we do have a few more low-end creatures to mutate onto, so maybe... Let's run with this. Let's run with this, right? Let's try this out. See how we do. So we do have a Wildgrowth Walker. We do have a Fabled Passage, a 3-lander. We're going to keep this. Doesn't really matter which one we lead off with as far as the forest or the swamp. I'm going to lead off with the swamp because it's the more intimidating. Maybe they might think we might have a Disfigure or Spectre Shriek. Let's show him the green, black and red. He could die, but we have plenty of ways of bringing him back. Really hope we draw that. So we're just going to attack here. I'm going to leave open the Murderous Rider. Some Jund, some type of Jund, maybe land destruction, I hope not. Migratory could save us though. Opponent is we get an Indatha. I think I'm going to sacrifice this turn for the Indatha. We still have our Murderous Rider open, and I'm just going to attack here. Maybe. We can get the Underrealm Lich on next turn and hopefully kind of help us out a little bit. So here I am going to look for a forest. So we have double green, double black, and a white. In case we draw casualties. we play our Underrealm Lich. We are tapped out, so if he decides to go for a Wildgrowth Walker, there's nothing really we can do about that. Still nothing. Casualties? Create a 4/4 red and green beast creature token with trample. Okay. We'll take the Path to Discovery, of course. Play our land. We will play our Path to Discovery. And that's it. I'm gonna be more defensive. Unfortunately, our Wildgrowth Walker is vulnerable right now, but he chooses to go for the Domri's Ambush, so we will activate this. Oh, I forgot about the tapping part. My bad. He is going to go in for 5, but we can at least start exploring next turn. He has Indestructible. I don't know if he realizes that. Opponent got a little happy there. He's really he did a lot of damage, man. He's jacked up. Don't know why he wouldn't have gone for the Wildgrowth Walker. I think I'm interested in the casualties, honestly, right? But if I mutate, it doesn't count as a creature going onto the battlefield. I don't think I can cast both. So let's just destroy this creature for now. Opponent's really not applying a lot of pressure. And he wasted 2 cards to try and kill my Lich. Okay. Now hopefully next turn we can stabilize. Opponent could still have a casualties himself, so very... Alright. So this time I will take the creature. We're going to play our Murderous this turn. Gain some life. Keep it in the library. I don't know if I want to commit any more this turn. We'll just go ahead and attack. I think we'll hold up here. I'm so confused right now. He taps out for that. I think we want to get the Essence Symbiote as well. So... I think we're going to mutate onto the Wildgrowth Walker. We'll put him over. Still keeps the counter. And we'll just go in from here. Alright, let's hop into another one here. Alright, so we got a 4-lander here. We do have an Essence Symbiote. We have a Hypnotic Specter and a Casualties. I think we keep this. Hey man, appreciate you, Disturb 2236. Thank you so much. If you have your own channel or whatever, please share with me. I'm new to the whole Twitch thing, so you know, I will definitely check you out as well. Hey man, I appreciate the follow as well. Really cool. Hey Zombie Girl, what's going on? So right here, I think I need to play the Overgrown Tomb. What's up, Mr. Midnight? Damn, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much, Mr. Midnight, Zombie Girl, for the follows. Okay, so opponent's playing blue. I think we get the Essence Symbiote out there right away. And then this way at least we have a land that we can play our Hypnotic Specter. Ugh. Okay, so I think we want to prioritize getting rid of that guy. So we're going to take... Thank you all so much for watching and the follows. I really appreciate it. Like I said, it's been frustrating for me. I've been on Twitch for like 3 months straight, like streaming almost every day, and recording on my YouTube, and it's like been very little interaction, people chatting or following or anything, even watching. Okay, so I have a 3-lander here. Opponent plays an Enigma Drake. Both of our lands come into play tapped. I guess I play the Temple for the Scry. Path Discovery. We don't need another one. And I think we get this Hypnotic Specter out there. No sense in attacking because our opponent can block. Ooh. Land destruction with the Enigma Drakes. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool idea. Alright, so we draw another Hypnotic Specter. Okay, so I'm gonna play the Indatha, tapped of course. I mean, right? I think we just we play another Hypnotic Specter while we can. I'm gonna attack him with both this time because he has to block the Hypnotic. Unfortunately, we're still 2 off from casting our Casualties. Hey, Disturbed, I really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. I will definitely check you out for sure. Alright, now he does have 2. So I think I want to preserve this because we do have our casualties here. Crackling Drake, that hurts. We do have an Overgrown 3, 4. Let's. What do I do here? If I have 4, well, we can Underrealm. Let's do. Let's play our Underrealm Lich here. Yeah. So definitely no sense in attacking here. Hypnotic Strike, or I'm sorry, Lightning Strike with Hypnotic Specter. Alright. So we have another path. I don't really. 3, 4, 5. I think we take the land here, honestly. I'm gonna shock in here. These are both pretty much the same at this point, right? Exile. So I think we do creature land, creature. Let's take away his red mana, I guess, right? Oh. Z. Escape. No. Control. Z. I didn't mean to attack him with both. That was a mistake. Yeah. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Okay. Plays a Goblin Electromancer. Alright. Ooh, Violence, nice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. I think we take the Bioland, right? Because we can do this. We can put him in our graveyard, right? Oh, I hear you, Mr. Midnight. Yeah, like I said, I'm actually recording right now for my YouTube channel. I've also been putting out almost daily videos since the whole quarantine thing went on. My YouTube channel is DREMORIAN'S LAIR, but I'm not big enough to have my own, like, you know, URL, so that's, you'd have to search it on YouTube. But yeah, I put out almost every day. I put out a video, at least, you know, 35 minutes to an hour. Okay, so opponent's going in with Enigma Drake. I mean, obviously I have no flyers. I still find it interesting. Why did he quit? Oh, man. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. My apologies, I was just on the phone with my wife. Let's play another game. Yeah, I'm not so sure about including the exploration with the mutate mechanic, because there's not going to be as many creatures technically coming into the battlefield because we're mutating onto creatures that are already there. So, wonder if that could be tweaked. Okay, so we have a 3-lander here. We have a Wildgrowth Walker. Let's keep this. I'm going to lead off with the Swamp, and then we'll lead into the Woodland Cemetery. The Temple of Malady. One's playing Watery Grave. Yeah, let's just get something out there. It's probably going to die anyways, but I'd like to get some removal out of my opponent's hand early. Fought Erasure. Okay. Assuming Underrealm Lich. Takes the Murderous Rider. So that must mean he has removal or board wipe. To pick up our Path of Discovery, though. I'm gonna play the Temple here. Hey, Mr. Midnight, I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Yeah, if you enjoyed Magic, man, please leave me a comment on the YouTube, the page, or the video, I should say, when I publish it later. If you have any deck ideas and I can put something together for you and dedicate an episode to you, I'd love to do that. So we have only 4 lands. I don't think I can afford this Casualties here, so I'm going to put that on the bottom. We will play... I think I'm just gonna... I want to play the Path because he could have a counter spell, but I want to get this out before he Thought Erasures it out of my hand. Brazen Borrower. Okay, so he's probably setting it up for counter spell. I think I'm going to drop the Gemrazer, unfortunately. So I'm going to attempt to play the Path to Discovery again. Luckily for us, we do have a lot of Graveyard Reanimation. Okay. So stalling. So far he's stalling. He's not really doing much, but he's stalling. Okay, so this seems to be some type of a discard deck. I think, honestly, I think we dropped the Hypnotic Specter for now. We can always try and get it back later with Boneyard Lurker. But now we do get to explore. I'm going to search for a forest here. Okay. I'm going to play a Wild Growth. Keeps bouncing though. I think that he would have, if he had removal, he would have used it by now. I think, but gain control. Okay, that was also a little bit premature. Alright, well I don't want him getting control of my Underrealm Lich. This is for 3 or more. Let's play another Wildgrowth. And we will mutate. We'll put the Boneyard on top. I think we'll take the Gemrazer for our disinformation campaign, but I mean I'm sure he's probably running counters, surely. IGAO 521. Yeah, that goes for everybody else too. Disturbed or Zombie Girl. If you guys want to drop me some comments on my YouTube page and leave. Ooh, another. This is a Waste Not deck. About maybe some decks you'd like to see played or put together, jank or more competitive. If I have the cards, I'll definitely build them for you. Really appreciate it. Okay, so. I mean, we want a Gemrazer, right? Yeah. So let's Gemraze here. Okay. But the thing is, Gemrazer still hits the battlefield. That's fine. I'm actually gonna keep the Underrealm on top. We'll play our Indatha since we already know what's on top of our deck, and then we'll play another Wildgrowth Walker. Yeah, we'll keep that in the library. So, if opponent's only on discard and bouncing my stuff, I mean, I think we can just get rid of the temple, honestly. Another disinformation campaign. Okay, I guess Underrealm Lich because we have one on top. Okay. So yeah, man, Midnight, this is one of my favorite new mechanics. It hasn't been super popular in like the current meta, but I mean I have a lot of decks that I very much enjoy playing. I think I'm going to just play Underrealm Lich here because we have plenty of life to give him indestructible. We get a benefit. We'll keep the Knight of the Ebon Legion on top. So opponent has 4 damage worth of power. So he can't kill anything that I have on board, so I'm going to attack him with both. We definitely want to keep the zombies down to a minimum. Okay. Do any of you guys have your own channel, stream, or YouTube channel, anything like that? Always wanted to do like a YouTube channel, like a stream channel, because I play Magic so much, and you know, I just always said I was too busy before the whole, you know, COVID thing, and finally got the time to do it. So it feels good, no matter what. I mean, I'm not target player discards a card. Okay.
Tidy up in there.
So this is just a discard, weird bounce, whatever. All right. He's doing 2 damage, but I'm not too worried about that. We have a Wildgrowth. He doesn't appear to have any removal, like board control, so we're going to take the Essence Symbiote here. Library, that's nice. So I think we just keep going face, right? I'm not really too worried about 2 damage a turn from Devriel. all perfectly control the highest reliable customer. Cool. I don't think that's enough to save you though. You got Bioland coming out.
What a whiner.
Alright, so unfortunately we won't get the ping for the exploration, but I think I want to... Death Touch Life. I'm going to spread things out. I'm going to put this on Essence Symbiote. We'll put him on top. Life Split. Right? Yeah, man. I mean, definitely sitting on my ass and staring at the wall definitely gave me the motivation to, or I should say the time to do it. And it's really not, once you get it going, it's not, doing it is not hard, especially if you're doing something you enjoy doing and playing or whatever. But it's just, the depressing thing is like when you do, people say, oh, you stream 6 days a week, 5-6 days a week. Oh, that's crazy, you know. I can only stream like 2 or 3 times a week, even now with all this going on. And I was like, yeah, I stream like 5-6 times a day, and sometimes I'll be streaming on Twitch for hours at a time. And this is the first time, you know, I've had a raid or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to the whole thing. I don't really know much about it, but I really appreciate you guys. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today on my episode. If you're new to the channel, my YouTube channel is DREMORIAN'S LAIR. I'm too small. I don't have my own URL, but if you want to search for it on YouTube or Google, it'll pop up, DREMORIAN'S LAIR. Drop me a comment, talk about misplays, strategy, deck ideas. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that enjoy Magic, please share the channel with them. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.